Hi everyone. Today's class is about STMM integration and account determination. So we'll learn here how we configure MM integration and the configuration of account determination. So the fundamentals behind this is the integration is lies in between SD and MM to ensure every logistic movement is properly reflected in general ledger, general ledger file. Okay, logistics flow. Let us understand the logistic flow. First, we create the sales order. Then we go for delivery. Here, the SDMM integration is there, and then post goods issue, and then the billing invoice. Okay. Account impact PGI. When in PGI, then triggers MM determination. So BYC. Today we learn about this. Billing triggers SDMM determination. This you can follow the videos which you have created for SD5 integration and account determination. Core concepts, the transaction code which we will use for account determination, so MM account determination configuration, the BYC. Valuation control activated at the client level to enable valuation areas. Account grouping, so GL account will be creating based upon the moment context. This is already created. I will show you in the system. And integration is seamlessly posted to a file by automatic account determination. Next comes post goods issue MM. So when you do the PGI, the delivery document, SDM S4 HANA uses MM account determination rules. So OBYC. Here, what we are going to do is the key determinants should be used, that is valuation class, moment type, and account grouping. Entries. The 5 entries which will be posted by PGI document, that is cost of goods sold will be debit and credit will be credit inventory account. So how it will be done? It will be done through the transaction key. So this GBP is nothing but a transaction key and VAY is the account modifier. So we will use this for configuring the OBOIC postings. So MM master data, how it is relevant? It will have the correct valuation class in order to trigger the correct GL in OBIC. In the sense, suppose we are doing the finished goods valuation class and we'll post to the finished goods GL account. Okay, inventory stock finished goods. Here, how it is posted, how is determined through the transaction key. So the moment type is mapped with the transaction key. So here the transaction key is obtained and the transaction key is mapped to the GL account. So GL is determined. So VSX is used for inventory posting, updates stock or inventory GL. WRX for GRR clearing. So it will be reflects the liability for the goods received. GBB offsetting entry used for consumption scrap or initial stock posting as well. So PRD price difference posting varies between standard and actual. Account modifiers, movement type modifiers like VAX, VOI differentiate GB posting between metal movement type. Okay. Valuation class categorizes material into common accounting groups, so raw materials and finished goods. So this is used for determining the correct GL account. Okay, account grouping, it will have the further refinement, determine where this multiple scenarios share a transaction key. VSX is for the transaction for the inventory. So you will have goods receipt or issue. Whenever you will have a goods receipt or issue, you will have this. Okay, now coming to goods receipt, invoice pending, it will act as a clearing account. So common scenarios, goods received, when we do, it triggers BSX and WRX, because through PO we are doing, so we can receive with GRIR posting and it will stock. Scrapping, it is GBB with the B key, expense account. Price variance triggers PRD, cost of goods manufactured variance, and consumption project That is for the triggers GBB wiki. So today we will see about this receipt and goods issue. Material master valuation class essential for mapping correct VSX accounts. FI integration ensures that every logistic movement is reflected in general ledger account. So there are some troubleshooting cases also I have mentioned over here, which will make you understand where the OBUIC role is there. So if the account is missing, this kind of error messages come, then OBUIC entry is not found. Period is blocked, so fiscal period you have to open, and valuation class is wrong, material master setup is incorrect. Okay. So let us go to SAP. We will see how we can set up the account determination. Account determination, you have to go to, you can execute the transaction for OBUIC, otherwise you will go to SPRO and material management. Valuation and account assessment. So here account determination, you can use the account determination wizard, or you can here define valuation control. So it is a PP1 plan. I should have this, all this I'm going to for determination relevant to JP00 sales determination, brand JPP1, company code JP00, and the corresponding valuation classes. So here, this is active. Go back, define valuation classes. So we have the valuation class 7920. If you see, it is for the finished goods, and semi-finished goods 7900 raw materials. You can go to raw materials. $3000. Okay, this is standard valuation class has been provided by SAP. So we're not going to create anything. Account material type and account category reference. So material category reference, it will take automatically when you create a material, it will take you select the material type. So account reference, it is automatically created. So this is about the valuation class. Then account grouping. Here, if you can see 601 movement, you see the transaction key GBB and account modifier is VAX or VAY. So stock is, suppose it is K for supplier consignment. 601, no special stock. You have to see VAX or VAY. Okay. So VX, GBB and VX account modifier. And in case of 561, you can see some of the transactions. You will see 561 here is GBB and account modifier is 2. So we'll go for SPRO again. You go for material management, year variation accounting, and then the account determination. Okay, this we have seen account grouping, and we are going for configure automatic posting. So Here if you see account assignment, this is nothing but a OBYC transaction. So inventory posting, I will go for, there is in some scenarios I will go for creating the uh, account determination configuration. Okay. So in case of your 601, you should have this VSX and GBB VAX. So these two I have to create the determination rule. So what I will do, we'll go to SAP, we'll go to SAP VSX and GBB we'll see. First is VSX inventory posting, and under that my chart of account is just COA, and here it's a valuation class. Set the rules first. Okay. Then I should give the 7920. 7920. I do a sale of finished goods. So what is the GL account? If you have know the GL account, you can directly enter. Otherwise, you can take a drop down and see. Here we can see that finished goods. This one. So finished goods is GL. I'll just save. Okay, so one entry I have created. The second entry is GBB. What is it? GBB VX. So the second one is for the posting. What we are posting? It is cost of goods sold. GBB and VX. So you will go GBB and here debit credit. Okay, VX. So account modifier will be there. Valuation class will be there. So this one. So valuation modifier is general modifier. Which one I have to take? I have to take standard modifier. So here I have to put VAX and the relation class is 7920. Account, what is the account? Cost of goods sold, anything as you have defined. Cost of goods sold we have not created, so we'll create a cost of goods sold. So I have not created, I'm just seeing the list which I created. So for the cost of goods sold account, we will go for creating the GL. So this is done by the financial consultant. Consultant. Here, let me take a drop down. The P&L account and also primary cost account. So which GL we have? Suppose this one, let us pick this. And then let us take this. Yeah, this kind of account. So we'll copy with template. Step full for series. 46 and 0. We'll create with template 4000 JQ00. Here COGS account cost of goods sold. Let's save. So I have this GL. So I'll go to the other screen and this is the cost of goods sold. When you do the PGI posting, so 601 moment will post this accounting entries. So very usual, another scenario, very usual transaction we do when we do the initial stock uploading. So what we do is we go for the IGO and we do the transaction goods received other, and here you give the 561 we take the material 50058. This we enter. As soon as you post stock, initial stock we post, it goes to, so it creates an initial entry. So this also posts a financial document. So what kind of entries we will do? The 561 movement, you go for VSX debit and GBP BSX. Okay. So here I was saying you GBP and BSA. You can see here GBP and BSA, and this is the BSX inventory. So inventory will be debited. So here we'll go again the configure automatic posting. We cancel, go to account assignment. Here we'll go for BSX, right? BSX, and also mention it is already there. And what will happen to GBP? So what is the GBP? Here GBP BSA. So BSA modifier, we have to do the entry of the GL. So what will happen? Which GL I have to take? I have to take from for the initial stock balance. Okay. Offsetting entry. So offsetting account is not there. So we'll do one thing, we'll create a different GL for stock offsetting. Okay, here finished goods, so 100 with template. Offsetting entries. Offsetting entries. Entries. Okay, here we'll save and this GL will map to here. Setting entry. Verify again. Finished goods and this is offsetting entry. Okay, now save, post. So let us see if you do a 561 amendment. So here again check and post. So the document is posted. Now you see the document. So display and people execute, go to document, and here you can see the finance. You can see this accounting document here. So the inventory account is 89 means it is debit, right? Just you can check what is 89. It's a debit. In what? Debit. And you are doing a offsetting here 91. It's a credit. Okay. So now this concludes the account determination, MM account determination. We have shown in the in a small transaction 561 we did. We do not have any dependency on any other transaction, so show it. When we create the session, we will create for the standard order and we'll post for the PGI and then accounting sales invoice posting billing document. Then we can show that those two documents how it is getting posted. Okay, 601 movement and then the 5 price posting PKOA transaction. Thank you. Thanks for your time. We'll see in the next class the standard order process.